I know India is one of the fastest growing GDPs, right? This is going to the stock market now. I invest a little bit in stock market too. I've seen a lot of investors who are in stock market are trying to study the charts and like look at the basic numbers like the GDP numbers or anyone. I've not seen a lot of like economical enthusiasts invest a lot in stock market. I might be right or I might be wrong. Why is that?
You mean economists not
Yeah,
investing?
yeah,
Many economists, like economics professors, they have their retirement savings invested in stocks.
but they don't day trade or they don't like
Hmm.
do as like a Wall Street person does.
As an economist, my training, many people assume I would understand from stock market very much, but that's actually finance, not economics.
Okay.
Those are two different areas. We work on GDP, unemployment, inflation, or microeconomics, demand, supply, or incentives. Stock market is finance.
Mm-hmm.
Some economists would understand very well because they specialize in financial economics, which is an
Mm-hmm.
area under economics.
Okay.
Uh, so, like, I have never had a big interest in the stock market
Stock market.
except for my retirement savings being invested in mutual funds. Yes.
Awesome. If someone wants to come to US, study economics and get a PhD and be a professor or do some major research, what is your advice to them? How do they start off? Where do they start off?
Okay, it's great if they have an engineering background
For
or
econ
mathematics background.
for economics?
Yes, they are preferable because at PhD level, we have a very advanced level of mathematics that we use
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes real analysis.
Mm-hmm.
And so you want to be really good at math.
Got it.
Yes. So I would recommend taking multiple semesters of calculus, linear algebra, statistics, probability, econometrics, so all those courses. Econ majors also have advantages because they have taken some of those.
Got it.
I did electrical engineering in my undergraduate, which opened a lot of doors for PhD programs for me because they trust you more with your math background. So you are gonna do lots of math if
Okay.
you do a PhD in economics.
So you have to, in your undergrad, try to focus more on engineering and math. And then how do they bifurcate the universities? You need a master's to do your PhD, right? If I'm not wrong.
Sometimes people go directly from college to PhD.
Mm-hmm.
In after the first 2 years of that PhD program, they give you a master's.
Okay.
And if you're not doing very well, you could actually take it and leave. But then you continue to PhD. I had a separate master's in Michigan, graduated 2 years master's program in economics. Then I went for PhD at University of Illinois. So I have two separate degrees, master's and PhD. It wasn't part of my PhD.
Got it.
Yes.
So how would they bifurcate the university and how would they choose their niche? Like when you start off as a PhD person or a doctorate person.
You mean after PhD or before?
Before PhD, like say I finished my undergrad,
Uh-huh.
say I have a construction engineering and I
Yes.
have certain maths class that I've taken and I want to do something in economics because that's where my interest is, like probably some
Uh-huh.
topic. So how do I start off? Like, is there a topic that I choose, or is there a college I have to first look and then look at the professor and then look at the topic? Like, how does that work?
See, some people look at the professors and their publications at that university and imagine working with that professor in their dissertation
Mm-hmm.
during PhD, but that doesn't always come to fruition. I mean, that professor could retire, move to another university, or you may not have the right connection with that professor. So I wouldn't base it on that.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are certain focuses, strengths of each university.
Got it.
Well, like US News Magazine
Mm-hmm.
ranks PhD programs in economics based on different fields, economic development, different ranking,
Got it.
micro, macro, econometrics. So if you wanna study econometrics, there are certain universities that are better in that area. And you would find it at US News Magazine. So you could base your decision on that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also another problem. What you like before PhD, in terms of what kind of economics you like, could totally change
Oh,
after you start your PhD.
interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.